Building tight is great, but not if you miss a couple spots. You can
It's
have
the
some
details that eat you alive.
some really serious moisture issues.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So again, what I've been doing lately is the hybrid, which is the 2 inches of closed cell and then filling the cavity the rest of the way with the open cell.
That's
right?
what I think is best practice, especially because that open cell expands so much, and then they shave it flush.
You don't have that air gap.
I don't see those voids. So that makes me feel a lot better that.
I like the way it fills around the electrical outlets better too.
And if, God forbid, you do have to get to something, you can just rip it out with your hands rather than have to hacksaw it. So pluses and minuses, right?
Yeah. There's trade-offs to everything, and you
Right.
want to find the most, the least problematic system and still fit inside a budget.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then, so that's interesting. And then we just had this discussion, but we'll have it again. So what we've determined, because we're kind of forced into crawl spaces in most areas, that's what I started this conversation with earlier, is that, what I've decided is we do a concrete wall, crawl space, leave the dirt exposed, and then when the structure's done, we have the insulation company come and he sprays 2 inches of closed cell down the rim joist, across the top of the concrete foundation that's showing, down the face of the concrete, and across the floor, back up and tie it all into one big, closed cell.
Yep.
And so, to me, that seems like the best option that we have right now.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that is probably the best option for doing an insulated crawl space. And that way, any ductwork that you have down there.
Yeah, whatever's down there is
Inside-
in a conditioned area.
inside the
Right, and then
envelope.
and then my next thing that we just talked about here is I'm gonna future-proof that, so not all places have radon, but I'm gonna stick a 4-inch pipe into a stone pit and run that up through the roof as its own vent, if you will, and let that just be through, just from the chimney effect is gonna pull any, because if there is radon or whatever's under there, I want a way for it to get out.
100% path of least resistance. That's why, like you said, use the high pound spray foam.
Yeah, 3
cover
pound.
the whole slab, and then that tube is going to make it so that any gas that's underneath that
Or
slab,
moisture.
it's going to go up the tube and out.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not going to want to fight through the foam or try
Right.
to find another path. It goes
Right.
right up the